Halfway through the First World War, the British Empire was desperate for more young men to send to the killing fields in France. The small Japanese-Canadian community in Vancouver saw this as an opportunity. Volunteering to fight for king and country would surely win them the right to vote. More than 220 Japanese Canadians spent weeks drilling to prepare for war. Crowds would cheer every time they would march around Vancouver. But the federal government, pressured by racist white community leaders in BC, refused to accept them into the army as a single group. So, one by one, and at their own cost, the Japanese-Canadian volunteers crossed the Rockies and signed up separately in Alberta. Once in Europe, they fought in all the major Canadian battles, including Vimy Ridge. 54 men were killed. They did win the right to vote, but only for themselves, not for their relatives or other community members. Nevertheless, a proud Japanese-Canadian community erected a cenotaph in Stanley Park in their honor. It was topped by a light that was to shine forever. But after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, the light was turned off, and all Japanese Canadians, including all those veterans who fought so bravely for king and country, were deprived of their property and interned as enemies of the state. It took 4 decades for the Canadian government to apologize. It offered compensation, and it turned the light on the cenotaph back on. Now, with the centennial of the Great War coming next year, Vancouver's Japanese-Canadian community is raising money to refurbish the cenotaph. It is time to retell the stories of these brave men.